Yo guys, what is going on? It's Psycho Sibs Gaming, and with the Prize Mapping Festival ending in just 2 short days, and the final update of Battle for Neighborville almost upon us, I thought we'd go through some of the brand new changes we can expect to see with this crazy final update. Now, I knew that they were going to be adding in TV Head and Wildflower, which is expected, but I did not realize all of the other things they plan on changing. So what are those exactly? Well, let's take a look at those now. So obviously we do not have a full game update patch notes. That is something that will likely come later, and I will guarantee go through and make a video on that, going through all of the individual specific changes. But for now, we do have a September game update news flash here. So if we go to the news screen here, click on the update. This is what we've got for the September game update. Now, I thought this said the last changes to Battle for Neighborville. It actually says the latest changes. Pretty much the same thing, but this is the final game update for Battle for Neighborville. Starting off in general, it says the swarm characters Wildflower and TV Head. My game just crashed. Anyways, back to the September game update. So, Wildflower and TV Head will become available for purchase from Rux and can now be used in all game modes. So this was expected. I believe they'll be going for 500,000 coins each. So if you have not gotten all your coins ready to purchase these two characters, make sure to check out my coin guide. I'll put a link in the description. I'll also be coming out with an updated version of the best ways to get coins, so be on the lookout for that later this week. Next up, we have Wildflower and TV Head have gained a melee attack. You know what, I'm going to switch over to the mouse cursor so you guys can actually see while I point at things here. So Wildflower and TV Head have gained a melee attack. This is super exciting. We know they have a melee attack as far as the AI go, but now you'll actually be able to punch people with Wildflower and TV Head. We do have some more information about this from some tweets we got from EA PvZ Mario, but I'll talk about those tweets at the end of this video. Next up, added a new icon for Vanquish feeds. That's interesting, doing a little bit of updating for the Vanquish feeds. Next, text-to-speech button will be changed to hold instead of press. If you use that, good for that. Battle Arena is now available as one of many weekly events. It is no longer a default option within Multiplayer Terminal. This is huge. So they're basically removing Battle Arena completely, as far as you can't just hop into a Battle Arena match whenever you want. It'll now just be any one of the random weekly game modes. Like, for example, if I can scroll over here, the event this week is Oops Too Many Players, which is technically Team Vanquish in the Battle Arena, but just normal Battle Arena, like normal Battle Arena that's broken here, will become a weekly event instead of just a normal like Team Vanquish or Turf that you can select, which I can understand why they're doing that. Can I scroll, please? Thank you. Scroll. Okay, it doesn't matter. So I can understand where they're going with that, especially on the PC where the Battle Arena doesn't get many players. Maybe if it's a weekly game mode, more people will play it, but I'm not entirely sure. That's just my theory as to why they're doing this. I'm not super happy with it. I really love Battle Arena, so it's too bad that it'll now only be a weekly game mode. Next up, the Time Warp Crazy option is being removed from private play. Time Warp Crazy option, that must have been having some serious problems. I could understand that. That's not a big deal. And then here's a big one. Modified bot AI, field of vision, and accuracy so they behave more like an average player. So hopefully the bots won't be able to just absolutely laser beam you with 100% accuracy, and they also won't be able to just turn on you with 180 quick scopes because their field of vision is changed now. So now they won't recognize you when they're actually when you're behind a bot. The bot won't be able to tell that. That's perfect. Next, some gameplay changes. Character upgrades have undergone a major balance pass. So this is something we'll talk about a little bit later on as well, about the tweets. But basically, they're doing some major overhauls to the character upgrades. We don't really know what that is, but I'm really excited to see that. Next, added a new visual effect to each character when an upgrade triggers. This is interesting. So maybe, my guess is this has to apply to some of those upgrades where it's like, oh, get a certain number of Vanquishes and you get a damage bonus. Maybe you'll have a new effect to those characters. That's kind of cool. Added in a multiple Vanquish XP event. Is this actually what I predicted? If you guys watch my top 5 things or whatever that I want to be in the last update, I made a video about that, what I think they could do to add into this final update that I think would be incredible. One of the things I talked about was adding in a double XP weekend. This sounds a lot like a double XP weekend. I'm hoping that they add that in, so maybe one weekend, you can just get some bonus experience for playing, and that'll encourage players to flock to the game during those times. Great idea. I'm really excited to see what this actually means. It could also just be a challenge-based event that rewards XP for playing. Next, improved directional damage indicators. That's pretty decent, I guess. I don't use those too often. If you're getting shot, it'll tell you what direction you're getting shot from. A little bit more accurate. Improved aim assist, camera blending, target shaping distance. So just some camera fixes. Hopefully make it a little more smooth, I'm guessing. Improved hitbox collision to help balance size differences between plants and zombies. This is an interesting one. We'll have to do some serious testing on this to see how the hitboxes have changed. So they're actually physically changing the hitboxes between the characters. That's really, really interesting. I'm definitely going to have to test and see what that looks like, or see if we can actually tell the difference at all. And finally, some bug fixes. Fix the issue that causes players to get stuck waiting for the game to start. That sounds important. Fix the chomper rapid fire glitch. Thank you. Can't believe that went on for so long. Fix players getting into enemy spawn zones in Giddy Park. I didn't even know you could do that. That sounds horrible. Private play will be accessible to console players without PS Plus or Xbox Live Gold. That's right, guys. You do not need PS Plus or Xbox Live anymore in order to get private play. This is something I know a lot of you guys have been asking for, because not everybody does have those required, purchasable online services. So I think that's really cool, considering private play technically is not an online feature. And finally, fixed the leveling up upgrade not working. I did not know that was a problem, so I'm glad that's being fixed though. Alright guys, so to wrap up this video, we're going to go over a couple of the tweets from EA PvZ Mario regarding the newest update coming out. First tweet says, final update's going to be about the upgrades. There are a few other surprises as well, but a lot of the focus was making the upgrades more meaningful. See, this is crazy to me because I thought the final update was going to focus on TV Head and Wildflower, but I'm super excited to see what they do with the upgrades and how they kind of rework or tweak them to make them more meaningful. So the next tweet says, speaking of tweaks to make things more meaningful, Multi-Vanquish, Vanquish Streak, Critical Vanquish, and Assist are getting presentation upgrades as well as an updated XP reward. This is really good to hear. I think that if you do get one of these special awards at the end of the game, you deserve a bit more of recognition for it. So an updated XP reward as well as some kind of brand new presentation sounds really interesting. The final tweet just confirms that TV Head and Wildflower will be getting melee attacks, and that the melee will be mapped to the right stick click on the controller, and that would be the V button or mouse 3 on your PC. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I will be covering this update in full detail, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update video I create. Also, make sure to stay tuned for my new Battle for Neighborville series. If you've been following along in my first episode, you'll already know that I totally messed up and I upgraded Pea Shooter because I was bored, so I don't know what I'm thinking, but stay tuned. See you next time. Game on, gamers.